Join me as I dive into the story of Queen Esther and see if I can uncover why this incredible heroine has been forgotten in history. Queen Esther is one of those pivotal figures in biblical history that often gets overlooked, and I think it's time we shine a light on her remarkable story. Despite being a key player in one of the most epic tales of survival and bravery, Esther's name rarely rolls off the tongue when we think of heroic women in the Bible. But today we're going to change that. The Jewish people during Esther's time were facing some incredible dangers. The king of Persia, Ahasuerus, had issued a decree to annihilate all Jews in his empire, and it seemed like there was no way out. Esther, a young Jewish woman who had risen to become queen, found herself in a precarious position. She knew that if she didn't do something, her people would be wiped out. But the risks were enormous. If she spoke out against the king, she could face death. The stakes were astronomically high, and the penalty for failure was brutal. Esther knew that she had to tread carefully, but she also knew that she couldn't just sit back and do nothing. She was caught between her duty to the king and her loyalty to her people. It was a recipe for disaster, but Esther was determined to find a way out. As she navigated the treacherous waters of the royal court, Esther had to rely on her cunning, intelligence, and faith to guide her. She knew that she had to be strategic in her approach, using her position to influence the king's decisions without arousing suspicion. It was a delicate balancing act, but Esther was up to the task. With her bravery and wit, she began to weave a plan to save her people from destruction. Esther's rise to queenship was nothing short of miraculous. Raised by her cousin Mordecai, Esther was a beautiful young woman who had caught the king's eye. But what the king didn't know was that Esther was Jewish, and her background made her the perfect candidate to infiltrate the royal court. Mordecai's wisdom and guidance helped Esther navigate the complexities of palace life, and together they formed a formidable team. Esther's strategy was to use her influence to delay the edict, buying time for her people to prepare for the worst. But as the days turned into weeks, Esther knew she had to take a stand. She decided to risk everything and approach the king, hoping against hope that he would listen to her plea. It was a heart-stopping moment, and Esther's bravery in the face of danger is something that still inspires us today. The moment of truth arrived when Esther finally revealed her true identity to the king and pleaded for her people's safety. It was a bold move, and the king's reaction was far from certain. But Esther's words were laced with conviction and courage, and they moved the king's heart. In that instant, Esther's bravery saved her people from destruction, and her legacy was cemented in history. Queen Esther's story is a testament to the power of courage and conviction. In a world where women were often marginalized and overlooked, Esther stood tall, using her position to make a difference. Her bravery is a beacon of hope, inspiring us to stand up for what we believe in, even when the stakes are high. Esther's impact on biblical history is undeniable, and her legacy continues to inspire us today. So, what do you think about Esther's incredible story? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to check out my other videos on biblical figures who shaped history. Also hit the like button to show your gratitude for the video.